following program is intended for mature audiences.
A democratic republic of sports. The Sportsocracy with ESPN Asheville hosts Tank Spencer and Jeremy Greene.
And welcome into the Wicked Weed Studio. I'm Tank Spencer. He's Jeremy Greene. Don't forget to check out our friends at wickedweedbrewing.com. Wicked Weed Brewing, drink different. Week 2 of the NFL is in the books, and the Los Angeles Chargers are 1-1. I can't say that I expected them to be better than this to start out the year, because I thought there was a real chance that they were going to go 0-2. And you know what? Maybe they should be. I think they've been one of the most disappointing teams so far in this season, and maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong to jump off the bridge and say, this team's going to be awesome. They still have a lot of issues. Love Justin Herbert. Austin Eckler's one of my favorite players in the entire NFL. Derwin James, Mike Williams. Yes, I love Mike Williams. But there's something about this team that's just not clicking. And it may be, the new coach. Everybody's getting used to each other. The offensive line seems like they have some gelling issues going on as well with a bunch of new faces. The
rush defense has been terrible.
Yeah, the Los Angeles Chargers lead the NFL in penalty yardage. In 2 games, they've racked up 193 yards of penalty yards. It's not good. Not good at all. They have the 3rd most penalties in the NFL.
I look at this team very similarly to the way I look at the Kansas City Chiefs. You can shoot out with anybody. Mm-hmm. You can score with anybody. You don't run the ball well at all, and you don't stop the run well. That's what's going to cost you very close games. When you can't run and you can't stop the other team from running, you're going to continue to lose these close games. Mm-hmm. I started saying several weeks before the season started, we should probably be pumping the brakes on this 12-13 win Charger team.
Yeah.
Do I believe in them? Yes. Do I think you have fantastic building blocks for the future? Yes. Do I also think you're missing pieces? Yeah, I do. In coverage, you've been probably as good, if not better, than you could ever have planned on with Asante Samuel and Casey Hayward. Mm-hmm. Or not Casey, Chris Harris. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I don't know why I confused those two. You've been better there than you could have ever planned on being. And I know that sounds weird to say coming off, a game with Ryan Fitzpatrick and Taylor Heineke and Dak Prescott, but you held Dak to 237. That may be the lowest amount of passing yards he has all year.
Right.
But the reason is because they never had to challenge you. They got anything they wanted running the ball, whether it was Pollard, whether it was Ezekiel Elliott, and I think that's going to be a problem moving forward.
Mm-hmm. I would agree with that. On the offensive side of the ball, Justin Herbert continues to be very efficient, 343 passing yards per game. The big thing is they got to figure out how to put it into the end zone. They got to figure out how to sustain drives. The thing that killed them in their game in week 2 was that they would get a good drive going, and then something would happen. There would be a holding penalty that would bring back a play, or, holding and false starts. Holding and false starts have been the downfall, and that all just goes to team chemistry, everybody knowing what page you're on, everybody knowing the snap count. It's a good team. It's a really good team. And Keenan Allen continues to be the go-to target. And Mike Williams, as long as he's healthy, he's going to be fine. Scoring points is not going to be a problem for this team. I mean, unless they can't figure out how to stop getting penalties and stalling out their drives.
Mike Williams is the 6th highest rated receiver according to PFF grades through 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. That's as good as you could possibly have ever wanted.
No doubt.
Offensively, you have got to figure out how to stop the run, and I think you got to give some more toe to Larry Roundtree between the guards, between the tackles. I think that's the path to righteousness for the running game. Mm-hmm. You can't live on trying to get Austin Eckler outside the tackle box. You just can't run that way. This was one of your problems last year, is that you didn't have the ability to play 3 yards in a cloud of dust football.
Right.
Now, here's what I'll say. I'm looking at the schedule. The next 4 weeks are going to be a bit of a bitch. If you can come out of this 3-3, you're a playoff team. Period. You come out of the next 4 weeks 3-3. You steal one, whether it's Raiders, Browns. You steal one on the road against the Chiefs or the Ravens. You get 2 of those games, you're a playoff team. Because you have a shitload of winnable games after that. You'll go on a stretch of 3 straight wins. Patriots at the Eagles, Minnesota Vikings. That's 3 wins in a row because they can't shoot out with you.
Yep.
Minnesota probably can, but they're very much worse at stopping teams than the Chargers are. So. And then even on the backside of that, you get the Broncos twice. You'll get the Bengals, you get the Giants, you get the Texans. That's a lot of wins. You cannot go 0-4 in this stretch. I think you have to go 2-2. But even if let's say you come out of this and you're 2-4 going into New England, you still have a shot. But if you're 3-3, you should feel superior about your chances. Because to me, you play 4 of the 6 best teams in the AFC in a row.
And I want to see more of what I saw in Game 2. Getting the ball to Austin Eckler in the passing game. He catches every damn thing thrown his way. And they're going to, after he had 9 targets, 9 catches this past week. That's going to continue. And I think that is a key to success for this team moving forward. 2 weeks in, you're 1-1. Next couple of games are going to be a rough stretch. But again, if you can maintain 500 throughout that, you get a lot of winnable games on the backside of the schedule.
One of the things that would make me just a touch nervous is how many first downs you picked up from penalties in this last game. You gave up a lot. You gave up a lot, and it would make me just a little bit nervous. Weren't particularly great on 3rd down. You got to tie all these loose ends up. If you do that coming out of this 4-game stretch, playoff team.
Yep. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you'll see all of our team-by-team content as it comes through for the rest of the season. Don't forget to join us live here in the Sportsocracy and the Wicked Weed studio each and every weekday morning at 10 a.m. I'm Tank Spencer. He's Jeremy Greene.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next time.